Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 101. Always do the right thing. Now, life is about a whole bunch of crossroads in your life that you always have decisions to make. There's literally hundreds of decisions that you make every single day. Basic little decisions about how you treat other people, about how gentle you are with other people, how temperate you are with other people, how charitable you are with other people, and essentially how you operate your life, how you operate your businesses, how you operate your marriage. And I guess I want to say always do the right thing. And when I say always do the right thing, um, little decisions about how to speak to your children, how to speak to your wife, how to discipline your children, taking responsibility on when you're tired, finishing the job 100% every single time and doing it well every single time. Always do the right thing because you'll come to times in your life, little crossroads in your life, where you're presented with some personal gain, whether fame, fortune, or anything else, for doing the wrong thing. And when I say doing the wrong thing, I mean even slight little wrong things, bending rules even, and things that aren't necessarily completely wrong, but maybe legalistically right, but aren't completely morally elevated and right. And if you go down that road, do not go down that road of wrong. Go down the road of right, because that road of wrong, that's the road to human desperation, which I once heard was the inevitable lot of humankind. That if you go down that wrong and you elevate yourself and you try to do the wrong thing or not necessarily the best thing for your own personal gain, that steamrolls in your life because you start getting rewarded for doing the wrong thing. And when you get rewarded for doing the wrong thing, you habituate bad behavior. And when you habituate bad behavior, it becomes a habit. And if you start doing the wrong thing time and time again and getting rewarded for doing the wrong thing, then you eventually become a bad person. And so you have to cut that one off at the pass. You have to constantly do the right thing, and you have to constantly self meditate, and you have to constantly pray, and you have to constantly go to confession, and you have to constantly analyze yourself and break yourself down. Did I do the right thing? And I can tell you there are times in my life, operating businesses or contractual things or even negotiations with people, that I'm not necessarily sure if I did the right thing or not. Sometimes it's not easy to tell because I have personal moral obligations to my family, to my children, to my wife, both financial and spiritual. And then there's other people out there that I'm negotiating with that have moral obligations and fiduciary responsibilities to themselves and their businesses. And so when you're negotiating, you're trying to find a price point. Well, business is not all sunshine and rainbows. Business is sometimes hard and nasty and difficult. And so you have to do difficult things and you have to do hard things. And sometimes when you look at yourself, did I do the right thing? Did I not necessarily do the right thing? That's not always clear. And I'll tell you what, that's why we pray a lot. And that's why we have to fast and we have to meditate and we have to pray and we have to be chaste because we have to deny ourselves. We have to deny ourselves pleasures in life so we can then rip ourselves apart. We can self-analyze ourselves to see if we did the right thing. And if we're still unsure of ourselves, well, then we proceed forward and we always try to do the right thing in the future. Sometimes it's not clear. But there are things, if everybody's intellectually honest with themselves, we have these crossroads in our life, little things, tiny things, that you didn't do absolutely the best thing. It wasn't necessarily the best thing, whether you cheated on your taxes or wrote this thing off or that thing. Never do that. You never compromise on tiny things. Just don't do it, because once you compromise on tiny things, then you get rewarded for it, and it starts to steamroll and steamroll and steamroll and steamroll. And at the end of the day, I'll tell you what, like when you're about to walk through those doors, when you're about to meet your maker, you're going to just wish that you did the right thing every single time. And so in your lifetime, everybody, just do the right thing. And in fact, if you do that, honestly, if you think, I'm going to do the right thing no matter what when I'm given a decision, and you just say that to yourself, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier in the future. But if you don't say, I'm always going to do the right thing, and you're just kind of float through life and like try to figure out every little decision on their own about cost-benefit analysis, then you're going to slip and you're going to fall. So just do the right thing. Tell yourself just do the right thing. And every time you come up into a crossroad of life, just do the right thing. That's all you have to do. It's really so easy when you break it down to that. And so This is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Gotta think about it. Do the right thing. God bless you. Get to Mass. Pray the Daily Rosary. And like or subscribe if you like the contents of these videos.